Former Proud Boys leader Enrique Tarrio supposed to be sentenced today for organizing the January 6th attack on the Capitol, but that's now been pushed back to September 5th, and his punishment is expected to be one of the harshest. Almost 600 people have already been prosecuted for their involvement in the January 6th riot. Congressional correspondent Stephanie Lieberman joins us now live from outside of a courtroom in Washington, D.C. So, Stephanie, it looks like we're going to have to wait now to find out more about Tarrio's sentencing. What happened in court today and why did they delay it?
Hey, Veronica, good afternoon. Well, the delay was instituted by the court, not by the defendant. So it was the court's decision to push back the sentencing, as you mentioned. Tarrio's sentencing scheduled and removed until Tuesday next week. The other defendant that was scheduled to be sentenced later this afternoon, Ethan Nordine, his sentencing has been rescheduled until Friday this week. Now, even though those have been pushed back, we do have a little bit of insight about what the Department of Justice is asking for in previous court filings that are already on record with the court. And the Department of Justice is arguing that these two Proud Boys leaders and the two also scheduled for sentencing tomorrow were the biggest influences on violence at the Capitol. And so the government is asking for some of the harshest sentences yet. For the four of them, the sentence the Department of Justice is asking for ranges between 27 and 33 years in prison. Now, that ultimate decision on how long their sentence is, that will be left up to the judge in this case. And a former federal prosecutor explained to me that that judge will take a lot of information into consideration. Take a listen.
Look at the nature and circumstances of the offense, the seriousness of it, the history and characteristics of the defendant, societal interests like the need to promote respect for the law, the need to promote deterrence, the need to keep the defendant out of society to prevent future harm.
Now, again, two other former Proud Boys leaders, Joseph Biggs and Zachary Real, their scheduling hearings are set for tomorrow, and currently the expectation those are still going to go forward, Veronica.
And Stephanie, this is one of the biggest cases from the insurrection, but it's not the biggest case. How is this going to impact former President Trump's upcoming trial?
Well, that's something that I talked about and asked Adam Kamenstein, that former federal prosecutor, about. And he made the note that really every prosecution, even though some of the crimes that they're charged with may be similar, that every case is different. So there's really not much information to glean in comparing how one prosecution proceeds versus another. One thing he did note, though, that he said is, relatively consistent among all of the hundreds of January 6th cases is that the government has a really good track record here of getting a conviction or getting a guilty plea. And Kamenstein told me that if he were former President Trump, that's what he would be worried about the government being able to keep up that good conviction record.
All right, Stephanie Lieberman reporting live for us from Washington. Stephanie, thank you.